Hello there, this is Anna. So it's about 3:25 Eastern Time. We're going to talk about recap for today's trade. There is some shorting and long that uh, I did in the room, and I posted it and sent it to you as far as the indicator that I was looking for. So I have ES here. Um, I don't know what that is. Okay, so ES this morning. So here is your green. Let me change it to, make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Okay. And let's save it as, sure, that's fine. Okay, so if you have the MPD bands, this is the MPD bands, okay? So you have here, let me turn off the MPD bands, because we don't really need that. I need to do one more thing. Let me do, I like my BWAP to be red, so I need to change that color to be um, real red, fiery red, something red, so that I can really see and pops out of everywhere. Just because, I wanted to see it to know that it's there. I mean, I'm a visual person, so I know um, that is long or short. Anyway, so this is ES this morning. We are long. I said, long at BWAP, and that's at 36.92 there. If you got long there, and I said, okay, well, I wanted to target the pivot, so that is here. So the pivot is like 37.07 area, and stellar trailing there from here to here. I exited at 11. Okay, so we have this M pattern here, and I also said that you could probably short, to the BWAP. So that's here, and it kind of crosses there and stop right on your W pattern. And you have this Darbus here, this W, and it's a good to know when to enter. So if, per se, you wanted to go long on here, okay, so this is also how to know it. This is a 32 HMA. When it goes above the 32 HMA, you need to go long there. Okay, if you don't want to take a chance from here. This is a good candle formation as far as going long. Just to let you know, if you see this pattern, these is uh, a candle pattern that I'm looking at, having the hammer on the bottom, and then a uh, bullish candle after that, and then passing the 32 HMA is long. And I know you don't have Rob, or some of you have Rob. That is a signal of going long, and this is his stop, and the target is there, the first one and the second one. Anyways, we did so I did short the ES earlier, okay, to the BWAP only because I don't know how far is this gonna go. That's the only thing that I would, like to kind of like see, as far as, I only here, if I was trailing, then, I would be exiting like this right here. But anyway, that's just how I trade. I normally like stop on the BWAP if I'm gonna go, to do the ABCD pattern. So this is your A, your B, and this is a pullback, and then entering on the BWAP. Okay, so that's gonna be like the 36.97, and you need to target the 37.24, 29, that area in order to get out the level. So the 1272 is a first target. The second target is 13729. Then you need to start like looking for maybe this is already done and you need to kind of like exit. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for there as far as entering and exiting. Okay, so we talked about these. The Darvis, okay, breaking out of the box. Breaking out of the box is what you want to see. So if you connected this box, that is like breaking up from 37.11, it goes higher, the second box, and then reach that top right there. And you could probably short it here, but I don't know how low it's going to go. It's 330. This could probably trace the high again because it would, there's a support here around this area, and that is a 37.13 at the 100%. It might stop there and then go higher again. So that's how I look at trades. You need to have a mindset of looking at support, resistance, and equilibrium as far as the VWAP. So you're not looking for or trying to hurry. You need to have a plan as far as doing this kind of stuff, because if you have a plan, then you have a target in exiting the range that you are looking for. So here's NQ. Okay, so I did go long above the VWAP. This one is making a W pattern. Also, if we were in, if I'm that aggressive, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This is a valid trade as far as a W pattern. Okay, hold on, let me get that a little bigger so you can see. It's out of the way. We don't need that. I want everybody to see this because I want you guys to learn. So this is the low to high from here to here. We went long. I said it's going to be long above the VWAP, and that's where it's at the 930 level. This W formation here is also valid. Okay, when you see this long candle here, the red candle, and you have the green candle after that, and then tagging the 32 HMA gone above it, this means like this is a possibility that it's going to go higher. So there it is. It starts like trailing 915, 925, and then here it is. Okay, so you can be aggressive when you know the floor has been hit right there, and your MPD bands is right here also. So this is a kind of trade that I'm looking for. If I'm aggressive for like day and I feel like, okay, taking the risk, I'll be entering right here. This candle is important as far as entering the trade. So 930, here you go, passing VWAP. Okay, so that's good. I'm only looking for the pivot because I don't know, we might be shorting afterwards. Okay, so I just want to be careful there. But anyway, after that, you have to like trail. If it gotten higher here, close to the band, it hit the band right here. And then after that, here is the candle that kind of like, got into inside the 32 HMA. And it's still short because of yesterday for this, for the first like 2-3 hours, as far as my concern, still until we really gone to R1, R2, things like that. So anyway, if you were like wanted to go short, then you could have shorted here, and that's fine, even here, okay, and target the VWAP. It's not going to be a lot. And then after that, this is I said it might have a second leg up, and it's probability. Everything is probability. There's nothing written in stone. Okay, I did got stop out here because I went long, I think at 700, and then went short again at 700 level, something like that I did. And then I went long again. So I get stop out on the long side, I got stop out on the short side, but the long side that I did earlier, that was the third one after 2 stop out, was amazing. So here, breaking up here, you have your the signal at 12:55. You can go long at 7:23 area, and then you could either target the previous high, which is here at 783, or 822. My target is 822. We didn't get there. I do not like the way the NASDAQ, we could probably go higher at end of day. I don't know for sure, but violating and going underneath the 32 HMA on a 5 minutes is not a good, you know, target as far as this level here. So um, I did get out around 785 from the pivot. Okay, so from here, because of the fact that I don't like the way this is forming. You know, once it goes below the 32 HMA, it's a trouble. So that would be that. It's just making decision, you know, that do I wanna risk more that I already gained some, right? So that kind of stuff that you have to think about. Anyway, here's RTY. RTY is great today. So take this off. I don't know what that is. So here's the low to high in the RTY for today. Okay, so I said earlier, try to enter on the BWAP. So this one actually hit only at 618 level. So it's a 1959 level. Okay, so here it's making that support here. I mean, it kind of gotten lower here, you know, at the 1960 area. And that's fine. You could have gone into the even in 1962. You need to look at this box. Okay, so when that happens in making the floor here, and you've got these bullish candle here that's forming on this is actually the W pattern right there. And then, you know, tagging the recent high, even the R1 at the 1985, 1986 area. And that's what I'm, you know, trying to bail out as far as targeting wise on the R1, because that is a good exit as far as my concern. Okay, entering around the 1962, that is a good trade as far as the RTY for today. If you guys have the BWAP signal indicator that that was in posted on the room that we have, the Discord, and that is amazing as far as entering and looking at, you know, more visual. That's what I wanted to really emphasize and like really see if it's like long and short and knowing. So here is a YM hit, you know, close to 147, actually 138. We went long. This is long right here. So we went long and we went short in YM. Hold on, sorry. So the same thing. This is long, right? Okay, fine. It was good. I was only aiming for this right here, 3188, and I don't mind like try to trail and pattern right here on your box. Okay, so I said like maybe return to BWAP and then trail after that again. Gotten like really low. So here, this is like a funky move with YM. I do not like this kind of trade where it kind of like getting close to the low. Okay, but anyway, sometimes it does happen. So you just need to wait until you get a W pattern and enter on a 32 HMA. Even though you got the BWAP here, it's a 1050. You kind of need to wait like around 11:15, just because you know, EU close. I don't know what they're gonna do. You know, sometimes this one can go like really low and go back because we are at the pivot. That's what I'm saying. We are at the below. We are below pivot, and that could be a tricky idea on going, you know, long here above the BWAP, which is I like, but also it'll be, you know, better if we are above the 32 HMA. Right here, we actually still below. We didn't really go higher here, so that you need to look at that. I mean, here that's it's almost the same, but you know, you will get kind of like antsy when you enter here and then it's going against you. You're like, what the heck? That kind of thing. So, you know, very important having the W formation in there and your box. Okay, having the support here, support there, that kind of thing. And here too, support here, that is the support, breaking the support, breaking out of the box, breaking out of the box, breaking out of the box, and there goes your target, the 1272 or the 1382 level. Very important to really look at those and try to implant in your mind that going to stairs, you know, as far as breaking uh, down, breaking up levels. That's just how you're supposed to do the trading in anything that you wanted to trade. So let's look at GC. I think I talk about everything else. Let's go look at GC. So GC, we did get to 100%. Okay, we're here as far as 1949, and then we got stuck to the 1950 area. So I I mean, I am short at open anyways earlier, and I said that, like, okay, short it and try to target the BWAP here. It might go back to the nearest high just because it was, you know, it was high 2 days in a row. Sometimes they kind of pause and go down a little bit and then go higher. That's just how I think as far as trading goes. You know, they go fine 3 days in a row going higher, and then one of those days they will be down a little bit and then go higher again. So I'm not like really sure if this is going to go over is that as far as going to the 1960, which is there's possibility still tonight that will go to 1960 area, but it looks like, you know, it wanted to go to the 1948 and then resume higher. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I'm looking for, and I'm still bullish on gold. So here is CL. CL is breaking out the 50 level. We talked about this earlier. Oof, hold on. So here, 905, it never returned again. Low to high, I think I talked about that last night as far as targeting, and I only was targeting the 49.34 area. And second pivot is at 49.79, you know, very important level as far as the R2. And, you know, trial to trail from over there. If you have crude, or if you are long on crude, and, you know, looking at breaking the box on the Darvas. So that's how you get good in looking at stuff, you know, going the stairs, trending higher. Okay, pull back, return to the mean at pivot, no problem, it's still long. So there you have it. It got back to the 32 HMA and went higher. So that's how you supposed to trade and looking at these things. Okay, so that's CL. Let's go to silver. Silver. Silver is actually breaking out too, and now it looks like it's returning to the mean. So silver, we reached the 1272 extension. Um, this is a good trade too. So entering here at the BWAP, so you have these, even though, okay, so you're probably going to be like confused, like what in the world? So this is either going to go long or short, but since we are still along and we are above the pivot, I would wait until we go higher around here, and don't, you know, you might get stop out if you, um, I'm not sure how much is your stop out on silver, but as far as, you know, looking at here, you need to kind of like wait on the 32 HMA and entering in that level. 1 second. To see that. See, okay, so it's below 32 HMA. Here's your you have the confirmation there. Okay, it's going above the VWAP, gone below the VWAP. Looks like it's going to go short at 10 o'clock. So it's kind of like confusing, right? So it would definitely would take you out and think about it like, okay, you have a floor. here. So here's your support. You need to look at that. Where are you going to enter? So you can wait if you wanted to enter there, or if you want to enter to this next level of support, or if you wanted to enter right above the 32 HMA. So that is important to think about on the W pattern. Okay, and then here, like enter right around above the 32 HMA, even here. I mean, but I wanted to have this W pattern right there, and targeting the next pivot if you don't have, if you don't know how to do Fibonacci retracement, and then the next pivot. That would be the next target. Or when you do use your Fibonacci retracement, exit on 1272 level, trail from there, exit on 138. That's just how you have to do things. It has to be in process, and have a plan on everything that's what's happening. So what am I going to do next? Are we going to do the ABCD pattern? Okay, my shorting on the 100% and return to the mean to 618, enter there, enter the BWAP. If it's violated, I'll wait. And then until it goes back to the BWAP, and then above the 32 HMA, go long, and then exit on the 1272 to 138 level, or the recent high. So there's a process into everything. So make sure that you know that, get into it every night or in the morning before you trade, and look at that, what's going to happen before the open. Try to see, okay, I think we're going to be short because the EU raise it up or they pull us down. Then normally if they pull us down at EU session, we normally raise it to the high. Okay, so sometimes it's backwards, sometimes it's together, so it depends what particular that day on the report as well. But anyway, just to kind of like give you some heads up and to think about that this is a process on doing things, that way you're not confused on what you're trying to do. Okay, anyway, have a good afternoon, guys. We'll talk later. Bye.